Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes in one of reality TV's most famous large families? Just when it seemed the Duggar family couldn't face more scrutiny, Jim Bob Duggar's own sister, Deanna, is speaking out loud and clear. She's calling for a full investigation into the entire Duggar family following serious scandals involving two of Jim Bob and Michelle's sons. This latest development has fans talking, and it raises big questions about trust, family dynamics, and accountability. If you've followed the Duggars over the years, you won't want to miss how this story is unfolding right now. Stick around because we're diving deep into the background, the shocking updates, and what people are saying. Background. The Duggar family first captured America's attention with their TLC reality show, 19 Kids and Counting. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, devout Christians who emphasize faith, family, and conservative values, became household names for their large family and unique lifestyle. With all 19 children, whose names start with the letter J, the show followed their daily lives, homeschooling, courtships, and strong emphasis on modesty and family unity. It aired for years, building a huge fan base drawn to their seemingly wholesome image. But over time, cracks began to show. In 2015, reports surfaced about eldest son Josh Duggar's past actions as a teenager. A 2006 police report revealed that Josh had molested 5 underage girls, including some of his sisters. Jim Bob and Michelle addressed it publicly at the time, stating they had handled it within the family and through counseling. The scandal led to the original show's cancellation, though a spin-off called Counting On focused on the older siblings for several more seasons. Fast forward to 2021, and Josh faced federal charges for receiving and possessing child sexual abuse material. He was convicted on those counts and sentenced to more than 12 years in prison. The family expressed heartbreak and distanced themselves publicly from his actions. Now, in 2026, another son, Joseph, has become the center of new allegations, bringing fresh attention to the family and prompting calls for broader scrutiny. Main update. Let's break down the latest developments step by step. In March 2026, Joseph Duggar, now 31 and a father of 4, was arrested in Arkansas on charges related to events from 2020. According to authorities in Bay County, Florida, a then 9-year-old girl disclosed during a forensic interview that Joseph allegedly molested her multiple times during a family vacation in Panama City Beach. The allegations include inappropriate touching under a blanket and other contact. Joseph has pleaded not guilty to the charges of lewd and lascivious behavior involving a victim under 12 and related counts. He allegedly admitted some actions when confronted by the victim's father and detectives. This news hit just as the family was already dealing with the long-term impact of Josh's conviction. Josh, now in his late 30s, remains incarcerated, with appeals ongoing but his sentence largely upheld. The timing of Joseph's case, coming years after the public learned about Josh's teenage actions, has many wondering about patterns and family oversight. Jim Bob and Michelle released a statement through a spokesperson, saying they are heartbroken over this entire situation. They emphasized focusing on supporting Joseph's wife, Kendra, and their children, while praying for the victim and asking for privacy. Adding even more layers, Joseph's wife Kendra faced separate charges in Arkansas related to child endangerment and false imprisonment, though details tie into broader welfare concerns at their home. Joseph was released on bond in some proceedings while awaiting trial in Florida. What makes this especially noteworthy is the reaction from within the extended family. Jim Bob's sister Deanna Duggar joined her daughter Amy Duggar King on the Sarah Fraser Show and made strong comments. Deanna stated, "In my opinion, I do believe that they should be investigated, just because of everything that's happened. Everybody should be checked out in that family." She clarified that she believes a lot of the adult children warrant looking into but didn't specify further details. Deanna's call comes amid ongoing discussions about how the family has handled past issues. Some siblings, like Jill Duggar Dillard, have spoken out expressing shock and support for the victim in Joseph's case. Jill and her husband Derek shared on their blog that they learned of the charges through media reports and strongly condemn abuse while hoping for justice. Other sisters, including Jinga and Jessa, have focused on their own families and processing the news privately. Reports also note that the family has a history tied to the Institute in Basic Life Principles, a conservative Christian organization, which has been part of broader conversations about their upbringing and values. Experts commenting on the situations have pointed to the importance of proper professional intervention in cases of sibling abuse, though these remain general observations. Throughout all this, the Duggars have maintained their faith-centered approach, with public statements often referencing prayer and family support. Joseph has reportedly received encouragement from family members to focus on faith even amid legal challenges. As of now, Joseph's case is proceeding in Florida, and he maintains his innocence on the molestation charges. This sequence of events, from the 2006 incidents coming to light, Josh's conviction, to Joseph's recent arrest, has kept the family in the spotlight for years. Each development builds on the last, leaving many to question what accountability looks like in such a public family. Public reaction. The public response has been a mix of shock, sadness, and calls for transparency. Fans who once admired the family's values have expressed disappointment on social media, with many sharing messages of support for any victims involved. Media outlets have covered the stories extensively, highlighting the contrast between the on-screen image and off-screen realities. Some commentators and former associates, including extended family like Amy, have questioned aspects of the family's insular environment.